Alright, what's up? The King's back on another video, and today we've got some replays from back on Friday. I know I've not even checked what Monday is today. I'm moving back home from a uni house to a normal house today, so I just quickly decided that I'd save this video just to get some recording done to post comment at a later time and upload on a day like today. So there's been quite a lot of speed bonanza on the channel recently with the yeah, it's a bit weird how they've positioned it, having ZOMG Speed Bonanza on the Sunday, and then the next Friday, literally like 5 days later, having Spananza again in T0, and then just not having it again for like 3 weeks is really weird. And like, I thought it was really good what they done at first, because initially it was 2 weeks after Span, which was perfect. Having a 2 week gap of a Span every 2 weeks, one being the BFB Friday, other being ZMG, 3 power-ups. But I guess we got this now. But if they could like change it, because it's still a new thing, and maybe they can still willing to adapt the schedule, then you know, NK change it to be 2 weeks gap for the YouTubers. Anyways, so yeah, that's just our thoughts on that. But well, we are just starting the Heli Micro up on the left hand side. We've got to tell you about some cool buttons down below. We've got the subscribe button. We're very close to 1100 subscribers. If you could subscribe, if you're new, help us on our way to that. We've got the like button. If you could like our videos, help us them get promoted to more people, then that would really help make my day. And then if we got the comment section, just comment something related to the video. If it's just too much Span, are we getting better at Span? Just whatever you want, you can comment it. This guy went for a Apache randomly. I'm not sure why he did that. I guess the yellows, he got scared. And then sells the Apache, goes for a factory. He doesn't seem very confident in his micro, because you want to make sure you're still heli microing and then get the factory whilst you can still afford the heli micro. Unless your heli micro is so bad that you just want to get the factory up as soon as possible, like I told Max to do the other day. Anyway, so we've got our 2 factories down. He doesn't have any factories down. It's not looking good for him. He's not the strongest opponent. We can send some rainbows in. That's going to reinforce his Apache up. And he's going to put his Apache in his micro spot, so that's going to slow down his micro as well. We're just going to keep getting more Cobras down. We send rainbows in for like no reason, I guess, just to keep his Apache up. Whites is an okay thing, just to keep sending in constantly if we can do that, because that will also force him to keep his Apache up and just force him to just wait till he dies. He can't afford his heli create micro, and we can now boost in BFBs. There is absolutely nothing he can do now. We have literally, we can send in a ZMG over the top as well and layer that with BFBs. He's just dead. He's just not quite known how to play the game modes, so he does just die to this, as you can probably imagine. And yeah, nice easy first one. We basically just recorded games for 28 minutes and cut out the time in between games so that you don't have to wait. Like, there's like 8 minutes of waiting that's just been cut out by a cheeky bit of editing magic. So, you know, gotta love a bit of that. Save your time of the day so you don't have to be waiting for the screen to load. And I don't have to be talking for 8 minutes trying to keep you watching the video. Anyway, so yeah, back again doing heli mic. I think we do aggro every game in this one. I can't remember actually. I think we do aggro all of them. We did. We only did like 2 passive games all day, but yeah, passive's really strong in this game mode still. I think the top spam players are saying that it's not as strong as in 3 power-ups, but from what I've seen, it's pretty much the exact same. We're not going to talk about moment, but we may have ended somebody's win streak in this game mode, and yeah, I don't think it would change. I don't think it was that different to, I mean, they were on their weak side, but I don't think it was different to 3 power-ups to T0, but who knows. I don't think I'd beat their 3 power-ups. Anyway, so we're going to keep doing the heli micro. We're going to boost in some yellows. It's just basically if we can keep doing the yellows and trying to get some crates off at the same time, we're going to force the Jitsi like we did then, which is going to slow down their farms. And if we can get a factory down soon, we're of course on our left side, our weak side, so it's quite tough for us to keep up with stuff like this. He goes for the factory, so now we want to try and send in rainbows as soon as possible. So we go for 3 upgrades, send in a lead while we're getting our next 2 Cobras down. So he has to go for a flash bomb, and now we can start sending in rainbows. And it's looking like it's Super Monkey, so we're going to send in regen rainbows, like we did the other day, literally like last week we did our Span video, so we can get our regen farm going. He's got his flash bomb going, which is now going to hit all the balloons at the same time, but not really pop them down very much, so He's going to make a huge regen farm here, and there is absolutely no way he can defend this. Even the Sun God is going to get overwhelmed by this now. So many balloons, and he's going to die. And yeah, we needed him to die to that though. If he whipped out Ace really late and tricked us with that, then he'd have actually just won on the spot. He'd have probably won with Ace anyway. Ace is so OP. But yeah. Now we're going to try Heli Cobra on the short map, which we don't normally do. We normally, just because we find this map so hard to micro on, change down to a Boomer Cobra farm. But yeah, we're not doing that right now. We're doing all our spikes to anti-stall. So if you don't know, the first round there are 20 balloons. The second round there are 40 balloons. So I believe it's 40 balloons. So the first, so 2 sets of spikes will anti-stall the first 2 rounds, fine. This spot's quite hard to fit, so we're just going to place it down straight away and have these 2 going so we can't even push on us. We should be sending pinks in now to force some defense, or at least blacks now, but I guess we really just want this farm her. And so we go for that. Now we send blacks, hopefully. Hopefully, oh, okay, we're just not sending blacks, that's just unfortunate. We get down super low, which is really bad, because we're on the short map. So basically, greens is just so annoying in this game mode, because you can't just lightning the star and then have a Razor Rotors up. By the time you're out of lightnings, it just kind of becomes a bit of a problem. But we literally don't send blacks, and that's so bad. We should be forcing defense all the time still. Go for our Razor Rotors, and now we're just going to Heli Micro. So we've got 1 spot for the Heli, 1 spot for the Chin Hook, and 1 for the farm. We do get another Razor Rotors down pretty much straight away, because we were a little bit worried about the boosted yellows he just sent, but I think we do sell that for farm eventually. We're now boosting some yellows, which forces his Ace and a boost, because his Ace is just in the middle of nowhere. So it is Ninja Ace, but it's on a tiny map. It's hard for him to farm. So it's definitely very winnable, even for a bad spam player. We're sending the lead straight away to force defense. Just gonna keep Heli microing. We keep both rotors down. I don't think we need both rotors down, since we do have our boost and stuff. Now we send in some rainbows, go back to microing, just a few rainbows to try and force a boost or a Sabo, but it ends up killing him entirely. I guess, I don't know, he should have had loads of money in hand and been able to, without selling the farm Sabo. Maybe he was close and didn't want to sell the farm, but oh well, we beat him. Our next opponent really wants to do aggro, but we get this map, and we're going to show you why you can't do Heli Cobra farm on this map. You have to change up to, this strat is really good, because you got the never miss on the Ace, will hit all the early balloons. The ODS for a bit later on, and the sniper combination is really strong. And then you can just max Cobra early on. So he goes for his farm, does the farm trick, gets loads of bananas, but now just constant reds. I see the farm and thinking, if he's doing Heli Cobra and I just think constant reds and there's like nothing he can do. Because you have to sell the farm to get your Heli down to defend stuff. You can't just spike it or anything. I don't think he knew what was really coming here. And even if... So this is the first part which is horrible about it. He can't farm the early game, which sucks. So he gets down his down draft, goes for loads of Cobra spam, and I guess he's thinking that he'll eventually just sell the Cobras off, start Heli crate microing, and then I don't even know what the game plan is at this moment, to be honest, because you've only got 1 farm and 1 Heli spot, so you either get a factory down and you can't have any defense down, or you get an Apache down and you can't Heli crate micro, or Heli crate micro and you can only have Cobras down. And you're against, you just don't, that's just all you have, literally just Heli creating into Cobras. So he sells this, tries to start Heli microing, but we could literally send constant greens. You need a rotors down for this. He's going to go for some crates. We're sending yellows, now you need at least 2 rotors down for this. Maybe a boost can work, but not effectively. He doesn't even boost and he just dies. He was never going to win there, you can't win with that, especially in T0. Maybe you can scrape it off in 3 power-ups, but if you just send it, you force all the lightnings, you just win anyways. Oh, our next team is against Jarly. We're going to spike anti-stall. He's done a bit of ninja race versus us recently. I believe he's doing aggro today though. If you did know the... we just spike the right hand side, because all the AI, all the scent balloons go to the left hand side. And so we're thinking, let's try and deal with those. Try and avoid those. So some of our spikes are anti-stalling. I think the AI balloons go both ways. I really should know this, but I just don't care, because when I like quick shot team tower stunning, it just shoots by that bit pretty quickly anyways. Anyway, so we're both doing Heli, so it's a Heli mirror. We get a farmer down really for our first crate. He sends some greens in. And we are just going to go straight for our heli crate micro though, I believe. Because if you just get off quickly, like, because we have 122 lives, if we can quickly get off 2 crates or 1 crate, get a quad darts down and boost it. Oh no, he stopped sending the greens. Okay, that's why we did that. Okay, we get really low. Yeah, we should have boosted straight away and got a quad darts. I don't know why we waited so long, but we eventually get it up. Yeah, we should probably be sending greens as well at this kind of point, but no, I like just getting straight to my heli crate micro pretty early on. And we're doing the thing. We're doing the heli crate micro. We're gonna send some yellows in while he's doing this as well. He goes for a Republic, so that is just a thing we can do. I'm just going to keep microing, as fast as we can, which is, not very fast. We get a factory down about the same time as him, so that's good. And we also have that Cobra down as well, so that should mean we're slightly up. He has the valuable bananas. We don't have the valuable bananas yet. Now we have the valuable bananas. Cool. He's going to go for more Cobras. We're just going to keep heli microing. We can get one more off. Oh no, we're not. And we're going to now get some Cobras down of ourselves and just send a couple rainbows in and sell off the... We don't sell off the Cobras. Now we sell off the Cobras. There we go. So we can keep microing. If the heli, he can keep microing as well. He's a little bit up now actually because he has more Cobras down and his heli crate microing. But so we're gonna have to send earlier. We're gonna go for now Cobras. Start getting our Cobras down. He's still microing. He's gonna get like a second fact down or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we're ahead on amount of Cobras down. You need a lot of Cobras down. You need to send first with the BFBs this big as well. Of course, we're almost there. We can now send in the BFBs. And he's not yet sending in the BFBs. He spent too long heli crate microing, not enough time going for this. And his second one should have been going for misdirections and stuff, but he should be trying to defend this, but he's still gone for the early send. He tries the Moabs, which wastes his money. Then BFBs are way too late. He's going to go down. And we'll take that win. Next opponent is Professor Evil. And this one shows why I hate the eco so much on this. Not having lightning is so agitating. So yeah, farm start, normal farm start. He's going to send reds in straight away, which is pretty annoying. We don't just spike the end loads of times, which we actually should have in hindsight, because we're going to leak so much early on and we don't want to keep leaking. But now we get our heli down to catch as many leaks as possible, but we've already leaked like 50 lives. Not ideal. We're going to boost because there's so many blues on the screen. And he's just going to keep ecoing early on, and it's just going to keep us so drained. It's going to put us so much further behind than we need to be. We should have done the first boost straight away, I think, just to try and clutch up as many of those lives as possible. We go for the downdraft before we go for the second plantation, which is a bit of a mistake. We kind of need the second plantation. We still don't have the second plantation. I don't think I actually realised I don't have the second plantation at this point. A couple of times I've just forgotten to get it for some reason, which is a bit weird, but it's happened. He still doesn't have airbus. We should have forced that as well. We're playing so badly. We're just so nervous about all this eco on our screen and trying to defend it all. And there we go. Yeah, we completely did not realise we didn't have enough down. So we do that. We sell because we need to get heli crate microing. At least we hit it the first time. We boost no helis down. Literally no helis because we have to sell the top one to keep microing. We go for more helis. We're on 17 lives. We're actually really nervous at this point about dying. If we had boosted in a heli that we could sell, we're 24 off. That's also unlucky. A lot of things are going wrong in this game, as you can tell. Now we can finally, a minute 36 into the game, like 30-40 seconds after we should be starting the heli crate micro, we can now start microing. And we're on the right hand side. It's actually looking alright so far, to be honest. And going for the farm. He's got a factory. We should probably be trying to punish this a little bit more, maybe with rainbows, but then he can just get a reactor down, which I think will defend. Yes, he's doing it with super, so I'm also thinking if he has like glue or, well, I guess glue is a bit weird, but if it's like ninja, maybe he can defend like that. It sounds a bit weird, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm expecting. Or like a maybe ballistic missile will help him defend as well. We've got 2 facts now, round 8, and now we're going to start going for Cobras. We should probably still be microing at this point just to get a little bit more before we start, because even though it's round 9 right now, which is a really quick round, we still just need to get a bit more money in, and the heli crate micro is just so much quicker than the general things. He's now at 3 factories though, which is really bad with Super Monkey, because it can pretty much mean with a stall it means he can continuously Super Monkey micro. He's going to first strike a few of these things, and we're going to completely forget he can just first strike easily and waste so much money of that ZMG. And it's now just too late. He can now first strike stuff, and we now need to send loads of balloons in at the same time. But to do that, we need to wait way longer and get way more money to do that. In the meantime, he can get loads more facts down, which means he can get loads of supers down, which means he can turn all the ZOMGs into like BFBs and Moabs. But because of the Super Monkey, his like temples or just loads of like Sun Gods or Robos or Tech Terrors will be able to clean all those up super easily. And the game's now just too late. We need to spam these in, but it's too late. We've lost at this point. We're just going to try the rush anyways because I don't like giving up. Even though I should have given up at this point. It'd been pretty cool if he choked, I guess. But yeah, we get all these facts down, and we're thinking he now has a temple down, but maybe he could choke. We can now start full queuing the ZOMGs in, which means you don't first strike them one at a time. It hits all of the big balloons at once. But even with multiple coming in at once, it puts them down into those Moabs and PFPs, as we said before. And his Super Monkey is going to be able to handle all of these. We're going to keep sending though, hoping that maybe he chokes, but even just a Super Monkey Tech Terror, getting a load of these down is going to be more than enough to defend all of this stuff at this point. It's just too late. If they get 10 facts down, then what are you actually going to do against passive? We actually try for way too long at this. I don't know why I try for so long at this, but I guess we're going to see this out before we rematch him and try something different. But yeah, we are actually really persistent for some reason. We do give up eventually, I promise. We aren't just going to a full queue forever. It's not like he's even getting drained at this because he has got so many factories down. If he had 3 factories down, then we'd 100% keep sending in because he'd have to start selling them off to keep microing this much with no stall and net. But he doesn't have 3 factories, he has infinite factories. I guess that's the good thing about his strategy, I guess. It doesn't seem like a great strategy, but you need to... essentially, you can't really send in rainbows because the sub should defend. And then you can't send in one ZOMG because the sub will also defend that. And then by the time you can send in full Q ZOMGs, the Super Monkey and the sub should be able to defend. So I guess that's the theory behind the strategy. And he's going to slow you down with sending loads of stuff early on. If we just got on microing early on, though, I reckon we could have gotten up a little bit faster. Sending like a BFB when he only got like a factory down. And that's going to cause him some problems, I reckon. And then get up more factories. Get up like 2 to 3 factories. And then send in like multiple ZMGs at a time. When he's only got maybe 2 factories. And then because he's not got any stall, he's probably going to struggle quite a bit to that. But yeah, so we face him again. He's doing Dart Monkey this time, which is a bit weird again. This time we're going to make sure we go for our 2 factories. So I mean our 2 factories, our 2 plantations. We don't need to go for multiple factories because he doesn't have the ballistic missile because there is no water spot on this map, which is great. We get our downdraft down. Now it's greens around. So because this map is so long, we should probably be able to just wait long enough to be able to greed off this the first crate or 2 and then get our boost in a quad darts or what's the thingy called, razor rotors. But we wait, we can now afford it. We get the wrong thing upgraded. Oh, okay, we just make so many mistakes in this game. We upgrade the wrong heli, we collect these, we place the wrong thing, we get a razor rotors down, go for the farm. I'm not sure where we're microing there as well. Like this is we miss a crate as well. Everything kind of goes wrong against this guy. I don't know why. We just decided that we're not going to play normally against this guy. We get another crate off. We boost this. Yeah, all this eco is just so agitating. This is just a problem you don't have in free power-ups. Speed Bonanza. But you have it here. So yeah. So now we have to, a minute 42, we're essentially starting our heli crate micro from the beginning. And he's been able to get so much farms up in this time because he's only got Dart Monkeys. He should have been sending yellows earlier on than this. He goes for a factory. We keep sending this stuff in. He goes for a spolt. Yeah, but he's already got the factory. The two trip darts are actually kind of strong there because we can't really do too much because we're getting aggroed. We now send in regen rainbows though, which is kind of the weakness of this because he's only got a few darts down. He goes for loads of dart monkeys, but he's not using a proper strat because he has slow micro, and because he has slow micro, he just dies. Thankfully, if he had like ace and just boosted, then he would have won there. But I don't know. That's stronger than I anticipated. We find him again, and we're like, if we just use Ninja Super, he'll probably just DC. So we place our farm down, place our farmer down, and then the important thing about this is that you want to put the super down quite early on, just to tell him that he's countered and that he should DC probably. So we do this. We go for our ninja. We could have done the farm trick first, but he's doing his stupid eco thing. It's actually a good thing to do, but I just don't like it, so I call it the stupid eco thing. And he just surrenders to the ninja even, yeah. Didn't even need to reveal the super, but you should reveal the super early to get the DC. And so we're on the leaderboard. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do the things we said before. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.